This is a story of how a card-controlling mastermind from France dominated a grand mid-year esports event. The Gwent Mid-Season Tournament was fought and conquered by none other than Kaneki Yamori, a mechanical-minded card slinger who through a series of best-of-5 matches became a Gwent star.
Animal abuse? He doesn't want to sell that or...
After defeating Polish wonder Lario in the quarterfinals, Kaneki knew he had his work cut out for him when he drew swords with Chinese contender Puzzle Express for a ticket to the final showdown. Creating chaos with his Enslave, Blood Money, Pincer Maneuver and Nature's Gift decks, Kaneki opened up the semi-final series with pure confidence.
And then the 2 resets at the end of this game, Kaneki now making a decision. Does he need to go for this reset? Does he even need to greed, or can he just use the 4 provision version?
It does look like it. There it is. Let's see what Gerhard can find.
With a narrow 21 points, Kaneki evened up the series in order to push a Game 5 tiebreaker with a final Will-o'-the-Wisp, taking down a 13-point Wandering Treant. Taking his Syndicate deck into the final matchup, Kaneki lost out in the first round, but had immediately begun plotting his comeback. Coins were flowing in the final moments of the semi-finals. Consistently ahead, a final 17-point Ignatius Hail was enough to secure a big enough third-round lead for Kaneki.
And here we see the last place coming down. Another poison can come down there from the Roland leader being used here for 2 points or Gellert. And yep, that is the points that can be had here. Also purifying that little
with the last 2 coins. Yes, and Kaneki actually makes it through with Bounty.
Kaneki's spot was now firmly secured in the Gwent Mid-Season Tournament's final showdown. This is where his greatest challenger awaited his arrival.
Very nicely done here.
He was a little bit conservative.
Local talent Danerai was on a mission to take it all. In a Squirrel Nature's Gift deck standoff, the Polish star opened up with a narrow 9-point win. A devastating result for Kaneki. The tables had completely turned by the final round of the second game. Danerai was left disappointed with only a single Shani in hand. Now Zika Sargents littered his opponent's side of the board, tying the series to a game aside.
Unable to pay off.
Reaver Hunters made their way onto the board early, but were cleared up soon after. Kaneki rounded out the match with Gord, boosting himself up to 33 points. Danerai was more than prepared with a final blast of a Karathi Heatwave.
Exactly. Oh, and it's so close. It's so close. Kaneki Yamori has the Call of Force into Gord, but it's going to be so many points on 1 unit, and Danerai raising his hand. I think Danerai has this. The Heat Wave comes down, and the 3 pigs from the Reaver Hunters.
Sitting at tournament point, Danerai committed hard to the first round of Game 4, as Foulblood flipped the point count into his favor.
And gives himself that contra.
In the third round, Kaneki had him on the ropes until a Bride of the Sea returns Foulblood into battle via a Sigdrifa's right. In the end, an Ignatius Hail at the value of 18 was the perfect card to take back the lead and push the Gwent Mid-Season Tournament into a Game 5 tie-breaking grand final.
Kaneki takes
This comeback. Will Kaneki complete this comeback?
The final showdown would be a battle of Danerai's Ursine Ritual Skalig deck versus Kaneki's Nature's Gift Squirrel deck.
And complete his transformation into Baldur.
Playing an Eisengrim's Council, Kaneki was able to pull out an Elven Seer. This added 6 points to his side of the board. Players passed, handing the first round over to the Frenchman.
You are going to squeeze out a pretty nice card here.
The second round was a long one, but it remained consistently in Danerai's favor. His board was littered with bare abominations before playing a final Bride of the Sea. A massive 27-point difference brought viewers to the final round of the final game. With minimal cards in hand, both players knew what was about to unfold. Kaneki threw down Simlers, triggering 2 Spring Equinoxes to boost it to 15 alongside a Triad. The synergy between these cards so late in the game was nothing short of brilliance on the Frenchman's part.
Kaneki, they are going to play it out here. Kaneki is going to use the Spring Equinoxes from the Simless. 28 points. Marjoram coming in, boosting Kaneki's unit. Danurai, these two are just having a little fun here. They both know it's over, and they are just going through the motions now. Kaneki Yamori is your champion for mid-season.
A new master of Gwent has risen from the online standings and has proven himself a champion when it comes to throwing down cards with the best in the world.
And here we go.
Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with the amazing esport content from around the gaming globe. Only on Unbeaten Esports.